Are you a beginning at manifesting and you are confused about all the amount of information around the law of assumption and you just want an easy formula to make it easy and effortless for you so you can start on your journey of manifestation? Well, this video is for you. Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Neya and on this channel we talk about the law of assumption, manifestation, esotericism, and so much more. And on Patreon I do make extra videos that you don't want to lose. The link is down below. DM coaching is down below, and remember to subscribe and hit the thumbs button, ring bell, whatever that is, down below. It's all the buttons, you know. All right, so let's get started with today's video, manifestation for beginners. This was actually a requested video, so thank you so much for requesting this video, and let's break it down very easily for you guys, especially because, hold on, my dog wants to be in the video. Hi. So especially because there is so much confusion out there when you hear so many information coming from the law of attraction, the law of assumption, reality transurfing, and many beginners don't really know where to start. I just want you to know that you have been always manifesting, and manifestation is natural to you. It is easy, and it doesn't exist something like I cannot manifest my desire. Your desires are meant for you. And also, if you want to know more about the science of manifestation, I have a webinar down below because quantum physics does teach us about the observer effect and millions of other stuff that are super interesting in order to make your logical mind accept the fact that manifestation is indeed something very true and very possible. But without getting too complicated with quantum physics, let's see why you have been always manifesting. Your thoughts don't just remain in your brain. Your thoughts literally go into the 3D, into the quantum field, into this reality, and they manifest things for you. So the first question that you have to ask yourself is always, how did I manifested the reality that perhaps is unwanted that I'm living right now? Just try to pause for a second and think about, what am I constantly doing? What are my constant thoughts? What I'm constantly observing or imagining? And if I ever had good moments in my life, what was I thinking before those good moments? Try this week, for example, to analyze yourself a little bit and pause during the day just to ponder this question before you go into manifesting something specific. I think this is very important for every beginner because every person is different and our brain does function in different ways depending on your upbringing, your memories, your self-concept, and other stuff. So you have to understand the way your brain function in order a tailored way made for you. So some people are more daydreamers and visualizer. Some other people love writing. Some other people think a lot. They might be overthinkers, and so affirmation will work wonder for you. Before you start the process of manifestation, it's very important to understand what you're dominantly do when you are going on about your day. This doesn't have to be difficult whatsoever. Just ask yourself, do you resonate more with visuals? Perhaps you're learning better when you're watching videos, but most likely you are much more of a visualizer. Or perhaps you learn better when you're reading and you're writing. Perhaps scripting will be the best method for you. Or be frank with yourself, are you an overthinker and you doubt a lot? Perhaps affirmations are the best way to you. Now, what I suggest to the majority of people when they are beginner is to do a combination of either visualization and daydream or scripting. So either one of these two, and then always affirmations. Affirmations are really for everyone because we constantly think thoughts. And like I said before, thoughts really don't just stay in your brain, but they travel into the quantum field and they end up manifesting. So choose. Do you want to visualize and daydream more, or do you prefer scripting? Choose one of these two methods and combine it with affirmation. Now, once it's set what you want to do, let's get clear about what you want. Now, some of you guys out there could be like, well, I don't know exactly what I want. It's no problem, but at least think about a general idea of what you want. Do you want more money? Do you want to find an ideal partner? Do you want a free coffee, what is it that you want, and write it down and soak it in. Soak your desire, and then ask yourself, but why should I want this thing? Do I deserve it? Why do I think I don't deserve what I desire? Write it down and confront all the negative aspects that are building resistance between you and your manifestation. Why do you think that you don't deserve or you can't have what you want? Why we're doing this is to understand the limiting beliefs or blocks. And not that I believe too much in limiting beliefs, but for a beginner, this is very necessary in my opinion, in order to reprogram your subconscious mind. So let's give some practical example. Perhaps you want more money or a better career, but deep down you think you don't deserve it because you don't work hard, or you are not prepared enough, you're not skilled, or because of past memories. Now that you know why you think you don't deserve your desire, we can use affirmation to reprogram those belief systems. And the only way to do it is just repetition. So for example, you believe that you don't deserve money because you always have to work so hard and everyone else gets what they want, but you don't. So in order to change this belief system, the affirmation that I want you to do, guys, as a beginner is to say, money comes to me easy and fast all the time. An affirmation of revision: I've always had money coming to me easy and fast, and I am a magnet for money. Try to find affirmations that are simple, short, and probably choose between 3 to maximum 4 affirmations. Now, some people do prefer to do 10 affirmations in a row. You do you. It is not wrong whatsoever. But for a beginner and for the purpose of this video, I think will be better, but that's only my opinion, to keep it to 3 or 4 affirmations. Once I will actually center the affirmations more on reprogramming the limiting beliefs for a beginner than specific affirmations or affirmations that you take online, such as my business is booming or things like this. Not that that is wrong. You can always add them later down the line, but as a beginner, it is better to start with general affirmation to start reprogramming your subconscious mind. And then what I want you to do, guys, as a beginner, write down as a scripting the affirmation, or you can even write down, if you're deciding to use scripting as a method, a diary of you getting what you want. Meaning, in other words, I'm so happy and grateful that I got the money that I wanted today. It's been an amazing day. But generally speaking, this could be a more advanced technique, which I have a video dedicated to. It's in my channel, so look for it. But generally speaking, for a beginner, I think it's best if you select 3 or 4 affirmations that you write down in your diary in the morning, lunchtime, and before falling asleep. If you don't decide to go with scripting, but you decide to go with daydreaming and visualization, after choosing correctly your affirmation and you tailor-made the affirmation for you, when it comes down to visualization and daydreaming, I want you guys to daydream during the day with music, with a walk down the park, when you are washing your dishes. You daydream and you ask yourself, how would I feel if I would have the money that I want? Or how would I feel if I would be in a loving relationship? And perhaps create images and see yourself. Doesn't matter in first or third person, it does not matter. Whatever natural images come in your mind, you having the experience that you want, and observe it, not because you want to make something happen, but because the act of visualization, imagination, and daydreaming makes you happy in the first place. And the more you will observe it plus the affirmation, the more it will naturally come to you. Then what you can do also, and you should watch my video that is the most popular on my channel, entitled Manifest Everything That You Want Within 3 Days, you can fall asleep with those visualization and drift to bed. Now, if you decide to do scripting, script the affirmation and then drift to bed, drift to sleep. It's the same exact thing. It doesn't make a difference. How many times should you do your affirmation? You should do your affirmations in ways that are natural, and never you should put effort or do them in a robotic way. Now, this is something that you have to check with yourself. maybe at the beginning you're going to think a lot about your desires. So my suggestion is to say the affirmation without caring how much time do you take to say them. If you want to say them all day, just say them all day. If you are a person that gets stressed out about how many times you have to say the affirmation, then think about it. Every single time you think of your desire, just do the affirmations. That's as easy as it gets. What is going to happen gradually is that the more you will repeat the affirmation, and it only will take you probably 1 week or 2 weeks, your brain will automatically think those thoughts and the affirmation will become already repetitive in your mind. And when that happens, you don't even have to force it that much. It will just become your new set of belief system. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. Possibly also, this is a little trick that I used all the time, not to prevent me from spiraling or going to negative thoughts. Instead of watching so many videos with different coaches that tell you different things, my suggestion is to always carve your own method. And sometimes we carve our own methods by reading books that talk about the law from teachers like Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, Frederick A. Dodson, Vadim Sealand. Choose one of these books and carry it around all day. And every single time that you have a negative thoughts or you're spiraling, wavering, or doubting, open the book and read just one page. What this does not only is it makes your brain circuits in a certain way in order to learn the information about the law, but because the subconscious mind is always recording and imprinting things, the more you feed it with that observation and the belief system of the law, the Neville would say is by the pearl of great price, really, the more it will be easier for you to have that belief system that supports the fact that indeed you are an instant manifester. I personally believe that reading books is a little bit easier than watching a lot of videos, because if you read a page, you're much more focused and concentrated than perhaps watching a video. You could be just like losing focus here and there, and sometimes you get contradicting information from some YouTubers. So I have a tendency to advise reading books for this purpose. If you're not a reader, or perhaps you don't have time to read, maybe audible book, like listening to the books and you find them online on YouTube for free, or even listening to podcasts would be but I think like reading the book like audible, it will be a great choice if you don't have time, and reducing the amount of videos perhaps here and there. Not that you cannot watch them, but at least select one or two coaches that you totally resonate with and trust, and go for those coaches rather than watch 10 different coaches that might have 10 different methods. Not that those methods are wrong. Every method works, but you must find the one that resonates with you in order to then later on down the line carve your own formula so you could be completely independent from coaching or from what other people are thinking or saying, really. So manifestation is this easy. Now, there is a part of the process where you are going to doubt, and I just want you to know as a beginner that it's completely normal to doubt, and you should never feel guilty about wavering or doubting. If it happens, it just happens. Let it go. It is what it is. You are probably not sure yet about your desires. So another trick that I have for beginners is to obviously manifest things that are easier or more believable to you. So in the process of manifesting your bigger desires such as money, career, or love, try to have fun with manifestation and write down on your journal of visualizing getting a free coffee, or visualizing getting a gift from a stranger, or even signs here and there. This will validate the belief in the law. It also works because of the RIS of our brain, which I talk about in my webinar, and will just help you out building more faith and confidence in the law, which is extremely important at the beginning. Now, when it comes down to talk about self-concept, in my opinion, the only self-concept stuff that you should really focus on as a beginner is reading about the law, be confident about the law, manifesting small things, like we were saying, because this will all build up the belief system, and just affirming things like I matter, I value, I always get what I want, my world takes care of me, my desires arrive in less than 24 hours or instantly, and I always see evidence of my intention in actualization. These affirmations are more than enough to build a sustainable self-concept that will get you to be where you want in terms of manifestation. Why do I believe that these affirmations are more than enough? Is because in any way possible, you shouldn't change yourself. You shouldn't change your personality. You shouldn't change change your preference. You shouldn't change who you are. Manifestation is natural to you, and whoever you are is perfect. You don't have to change anything, and the things will just unfold in your reality in the way that they have to, according to the perfect solution for you. Trust that your subconscious mind knows what it's doing, and you don't have to figure it out the how, or necessarily right now as a beginner the when. You just have to affirm, my world takes care of me. The reality is a mirror. If you affirm, my world takes care of me, your manifestation will just become effortless, and you won't have to apply robotic affirmations or tons of effort. So let's rewind everything and summarize what you got to do. First, figure it out what is the best way for you to manifest by analyzing how your brain functions, meaning are you more of a visualizer, a scripter, and then adding that with personal affirmations. How do we construct personal affirmation? We ask ourselves, what do we want? Then we ask ourselves, what are the reasons why I believe that I cannot have these things? We focus on the limiting beliefs that we could have, and we create tailored affirmations to overcome those limiting beliefs and reprogram successfully our subconscious mind. We visualize our script during the day. We fall to bed with those techniques, and we affirm when we are thinking about our own desire, and we don't worry too much if we're doing it wrong or doing it correctly. Again, you're always doing it wrong, and I promise you guys, if you will do this, you will successfully start manifesting the things that you want, and you will have all the times in the world to process more information, more advanced technique, and it will just become easier and easier and a lot of fun to do. So I really hope that this video resonated with you. It was just a really small condensed guide on how to manifest. You guys asked me for it. I really hope that this was helpful. Remember that I have extra tools both on my Patreon, extra videos. I have a manifestation course on manifesting your SP, also included with the guided meditation to the blank state. I have e-courses about learning tarot, the science behind manifestation, co-creating with the universe, techniques of yoga. I have all those e-courses listed down below, and of course, if you ever feel the need of extra help, my DM coaching is also down below listed on my Etsy shop. I love you guys, and just have fun manifesting. It's easy, fast, and effortless, and you are perfect just the way you are. You can get everything that you want. You just have to try it. Love you guys, and see you very soon. Bye.